So Matt, we tried this interview one time before with Jeff. How did that go?
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are joined by Matt Armstrong, local legend who just built up an absolutely incredible bike. Matt, first quick question. Do you remember the time we were at Big Bear and you scorpioned your bike?
I do not remember that.
That was a perfect answer, because if you said you did remember, I was going to say you didn't remember. So anyways, back to the topic here. This new 100, you've done a lot of custom stuff. What was your inspiration, and tell me about it?
So with this bike, I wanted to do a play off of a retro bike, a bike that I actually wanted when I was a kid. Back in '93, I used to race mountain bikes as a kid, and so that was the bike, a Yeti ARC. If you had that bike, you were the shit.
Yeah.
So
you had this jersey if you had that bike.
Exactly. But not those shorts. Not those shorts.
Maybe these shorts.
Well, okay. Agree to disagree.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Good? Oh, you want me to walk out here?
Okay, so Matt, why don't you start out telling us a little bit about your history with Yeti bikes?
Since I was a kid, I raced when I was 12 back in '92, and all the guys that I looked up to were on Team Yeti, so it was like a brand that, you know, was cool to be a part of, and they have that cool race history. Yeah, so ever since then, I just wanted to be a part of the brand somehow or another, or just ride the bikes.
Do you remember what your first Yeti was?
So actually, my first Yeti was when I was a little bit older, when I got back into mountain bikes. I raced motorcycles for a long time and then started training again on mountain bikes. So I got an ARC, it was like an early 2000s bike. And then recently I got a bike that I wanted when I was a kid, and that was a '93 ARC, full team build, pretty cool, and that was my inspiration for this build.
So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that bike and, you know, why you decided to build up this kind of replica of it?
That bike was just like the bike to have back then, and I was finally able to get one, and so when I wanted to build a bike for the local trails, and so that was the SB100, but something that I can have fun and tear around local stuff. But so I wanted to do something a little different, unique, and so we went with a more vintage style paint scheme. I had Chris at Airtrix paint this for me. They're out in Santa Barbara, and they did an amazing job with the colors, and they did the fork for me, and a couple little accent pieces on the frame they made yellow. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see it come to life from all the renderings that we've kind of worked on. So, and then we actually had them do the head badge to match my vintage bike. So kind of play off of old school,
yeah,
tie it in with some new school. So
yeah, no, I mean, it looks great. Definitely one of the coolest bikes I've seen. Why don't you kind of just walk us through, you know, front to back, what you chose to get this bike out with? So
for the wheels, we did turquoise, limited. I don't even think they make it anymore, actually, this finish, but we went with the Chris King turquoise hubs. I laced them up on some chrome spokes, kind of that vintage feel, on some DT Swiss hoops, and then I had some decals made, color match it, tie it all in, and then we went with the Terravale gum wall tires to kind of give it that vintage feel. So yeah, I'm stoked on it. Came out awesome. The wheels, the combo is perfect for this thing.
Nice. And I see you're running Axis everything but the seat post. How come no Axis, no reverb Axis?
I kind of went with the tried and true. I like the, the Kashima look, so it's kind of cool trick. and you know, I have it on my other bikes, and I know they work great, and stoked on the Fox product. So
yeah, no, I mean, it definitely works great. Real quick, what other bikes do you have?
I have a SB100 at home that's built up pretty rad. That's my my go-to smasher for some of the local stuff and some races and stuff. And then I have a 93 Yeti ARC at home too, that I'm still finishing up a couple little things on it, but I'm stoked on that thing. Can't wait to get it finished.
We appreciate you bringing the bike by the shop. We know, you know, everyone here loves it. We think it looks great. You know, stoked to see you out on the trail, and definitely featured in more social media content in the future.
Totally stoked to be here, and thanks for the opportunity to display the bike.